Hello. So I've been noticing this kind of counterintuitive thing, and it's that whenever I am working hard, and I've been reflecting on times, throughout this last 4 years and beyond, that I've been working hard, like grinding 12 hours days. I've got like a big goal. I'm reminding myself of the goal every day. I'm really pushing towards it. Whenever I'm doing that, I can't really think of a time where me grinding, hustling, working really hard actually got me to the place that I wanted to get to. And yet, I can think of lots of instances where I'm kind of taking things a little bit more relaxed. I'm using maybe intuition a little bit more to feel what feels like the right thing to do, where should be putting my energy. My whole life's a little bit more rounded. My energy's going into other places other than just my work. And it seems in those times I actually end up getting a lot of shit done when I'm not so focused on trying to achieve some outcome or some goal, but I'm just doing things because they feel like the right thing to do. And I'm doing them to the level that it feels appropriate to do them. It's in those times that I seem to be so productive, and I do actually achieve things, and I do actually make a lot of money. And most recently it's September. Yeah, September 2025 now. And May 2025 was my most financially successful month, where I made $75,000 revenue. And during that month, for about the majority of it, 3 weeks of it or so, I was in Tulum, Mexico. I was by the beach. I was in a hammock. I was doing 2 to 4 maybe hours work a day. I was chilling. I was living my life good. And we made a lot of money that month. And I made some mistakes that month too as well. And there's some responsibilities I took on my plate. Maybe I shouldn't. There was things I learned there. But nonetheless, my most financially successful month ever, I just wasn't working that hard. I can't call that hard work, you know? And that there was a trigger for me to go, well, where else am I noticing that pattern of me not quote unquote working hard and still producing lots of really successful outcomes? I had no financial target for that goal, for that month as well, right? I wasn't aiming to make loads of money. Because if I was, I probably would have put more hours in and done more work, you know? And yet, it was my most financially successful month. And now, 3 months later, I've let go of one more team. I'm not selling anything. This is the first month my Stripe account has said zero for, I don't know, when did I start my Stripe account? Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago? So yeah, I'm not doing anything with the intent of making money from it right now. I'm doing other kinds of work, right? I'm writing, I'm reading, I'm doing that sort of thing. And I'm looking here because this document I'm creating, I'm documenting everything I can think of. You know, I'm turning it all into like free courses and just I'm dumping everything down into a document, all the stuff I've learned about business, myself, life, whatever, right? This is my work right now. Don't know what I'm going to do with it or what, but I'm just kind of creating that. And if I'd said to myself 7 days ago, write 43 pages of text, and not just write it, but like I didn't use ChatGPT, like I actually typed it all out and then look back at it and organize it and make sure it's all polished and clean and someone could read through it and take something from this. There is no chance on hell in 7 days I would have written 43 pages. I just wouldn't have done that. And yet, because I didn't say, this is the outcome I need to achieve, but instead, I just wrote when I felt like writing. When something inspiring came to me, I just started documenting it. Same reason I made this video. It's 11 at night right now, but I just felt like saying some stuff, so I pulled the camera out. Because I just wrote when I felt like writing, I've done 43 pages. And I'm seeing the same thing with reading. I've always wanted to read because of the outcomes that reading gets me, right? I wanted to read so I'd be smart, so I'd be intelligent, so I'd be well read, so that people would think I was like interested and I had things to say and I'd have all this knowledge that I could apply to business and life and make loads of money, be successful, etc. Yeah? And I think because I was so focused on the outcome of reading, I just never really built the habit of it. Like I've read books, but I've never been a consistent reader. And yet, I've got this book now, Reality Transurfing. It's 750 pages, fucking fat textbook, yeah? I'm about 300 pages into it, and I've read most of that in the last month or so. And it's because I shifted my thinking from, I should read because of the benefit that reading gets me, of, I actually just quite like reading. I just enjoy sitting down for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and letting my mind rest a little bit from the screens and the thoughts and all the stuff that it's normally doing, right? And that shift in thinking I need to read for an outcome, as opposed to I need to read because I like reading, has been like astronomically more successful in terms of making reading a habit. I'm getting so much of the outcome of knowing loads more shit without having actually focused on the outcome at all and just enjoying the process of reading. And that's that age-old cliche adage, right? Of the man who enjoys walking goes further than the man who wants the destination. Like, we've heard that before. But I think it feels counterintuitive in some context because you think, well, surely if I'm working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week in my business, I'm going to achieve more stuff than if I'm working half that, right? But I think what I've noticed is when I do that, it's because I want an outcome. It's because I want to make 100K a month. And I think, well, to make 100K a month, I've got to work really hard. So I'll work 12-hour days. But the 12-hour days never seem to produce the thing that I want. As opposed to when I'm doing stuff in my business because I like it and because I enjoy it and because it just feels right to make this stuff, I look back and I'm like, oh shit, I've done so much work. Like I've produced so many outcomes and I've made some money just because I liked doing the thing, not because I was trying to do it for the money or for the outcome, you know? Boxing's been another big example of that for me because I started boxing like 6-7 months ago. And I remember I was speaking to this girl I know, Maya, and she said that whenever I talk about stuff, I always talk about where I'm gonna be with it in 6 months, 12 months, a year, 2 years, whatever, like how good I'll get at it. As opposed to, she never does that. She just does things because she likes doing them, right? She's much more in her feminine than me. And I look back at 6 months of boxing and I realize I think I've gotten pretty decent at it. I've not met anyone so far who's been doing it for 6 months that I could say objectively is like, okay, yeah, no, this person is like fucking, he could fuck me up, you know? Like the people that when I spar with them, I'm still like, there's a long way to go. They've been doing it for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Like they've had more experience, you know? And I don't think that's important because it's like, it matters if you're good or bad, right? Like that's not why I'm doing it. The reason that's interesting is because I don't think I would have gotten this good at it if I was trying to get good at boxing. I just actually love it. Like, I love the training. I love watching videos on it. I love learning about boxing. I love learning about other boxers. I love the culture around it. I love sparring. I love meeting people through boxing. Like, I like wearing baggy t-shirts now because boxers wear that shit. Like, I like it. It's become a hobby. It's become a passion. And I look forward to it every day. It's like the 2 hours of the day where I get to train or I get to run or whatever it is. And I think if I was trying to become a great boxer, I would make a training plan that I wouldn't stick to. Whereas because I just like boxing, I look back and I think, right, I need to take a day off because I've just been training like 7 days, bang, 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 because I just love it, you know? And so I'm seeing that again and again and again. And more specifically in my business, I was writing here. When I broke $50,000 a month in January, it's basically because I changed my offer, I increased my prices because someone in the team basically said, what would you do if you were acting like you were good enough? Like if you really believed you were good enough, what would you do? And I realized we were pricing too low, changed the prices and we made more money. I didn't work harder. I just changed something inside myself and that's why we made more money, right? I was ghostwriting for 2 years. I've been making like $10,000 a month. I was getting burned out. So I went to, in February 2024, I went to Vietnam. I slowed down. I was chilling by the pool, couple hours work a day. I let a lot of clients go. By the end of that month, I'd made $15,000, which was more than my usual 10K, which is what I was averaging. And then from that month, I decided to switch to a coaching business because I could feel that was more aligned. I like the education. I like helping people. It felt more me. And then by May, I was making $30,000 a month. So I doubled what I was doing in Feb. And that came from not me working hard, but actually me doing less work and taking some space, and that space giving me some clarity to see where to go next. You know, so I've given a ton of examples already, like business ones, personal ones, but what I'm basically saying is I can't see any correlation for me personally between working harder towards some kind of outcome, some kind of goal, and actually it happening. I don't have that story to share with you. I don't have that anecdote, but I can see lots of examples of me not having any particular outcome and just loving doing something, doing it in like a slower, intentional, this feels like what I should be doing way, not a, I'm gonna force myself to work hard way. And those times actually end up producing the outcomes I want, like me getting good at something or producing lots of good quality work or making more money. And so I know that the reason that's been kind of hard for me to remember sometimes, I think, is because if we look at like the big people, like the Alex Hormozis, the Charlie Morgans, the Elon Musks, whatever, yeah, the idea a lot of those people push out is that hard work is the answer. That you like, what's that thing Hormozi says? What does he say about, you do so many reps that it'd be impossible for you to fail or something like that, right? I think, I can definitely say for me personally, and I think in general, that attitude is the exception to the rule. There are some people like Hormozi who it genuinely aligns to his way of being to grind, to just work hard, bang, 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 like super high reps. And that works for him. But I think he's the exception to the rule. I don't think that serves most people. I don't think that's in alignment with how most humans are. And I think from my experience, it's definitely not in alignment with me. And so my perspective is that hard work doesn't seem to work. For me, intentional, aligned, this feels good and like the right thing to be doing work seems to produce way better outcomes and get me to a much more quote unquote successful place than just working hard because I'm meant to work hard. So yeah, that's where I'm at of it. And that's something I really got to try and remember, which is why I'm making this video and I'm documenting this. Stop focusing on, I want to make this amount of money and I'm going to work hard to get there. And that's outside in. I want these things to make me feel good. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to achieve this goal and I'm going to work really hard so that I feel good. And instead I need to flip it to, you know, this feels good in me. This work feels right for me to do. This path feels right for me to walk. I like this direction I'm going in, because it always seems that is how I end up actually making the money and actually getting to a place that I could define as success. Yeah.